bruh. Sign off. Sign off. Sign off, bruh. Sign off. Nah, bruh. I got them coming in. You just log into the page. They calling in already, bruh. They calling in. Coming. Hey, man. They coming through, bruh. They coming through. That's what we do. They coming through. They coming through, bruh. But you're welcome to join, like, every week, bruh. You're welcome to join. You know what I'm saying? You always welcome to join. Huh? Yeah, I'm on. I'm on. Hey, put that song on, boy. Don't stop playing that song. Play that song, boy. Hey. Hold up, man. Hey, look at this technology. Hey. Hey, boy, that's the joint right there. That's what get it going. That's what makes it real. Hey, man, what the other one? Hey! Uh-oh. Hey, man, why my song skipping, bro? Hey! Hey! Hey, that's what's up there, boy. That's what's up. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm your host, Mark E. Thompson. See you coming to you live from Mableton. See, you made it, Kevin. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Perseverance. And for those of you who are joining this show for the very first time, this show is about personal finance. And it's about personal finance from a spiritual perspective. The one thing that we don't do on the Daily Bread, we don't do religion on the Daily Bread show. So that means that Buddha, Christianity, non-denomination, whatever, we don't do that on the Daily Bread. We only do one thing. You see me do this, you put this one finger up, that's hey, we only do one thing, and that's God. So on the Daily Bread, we do that. And this show, this is episode 146. Now, what does that mean? That means that we're only, we 54 shows away from 200. That's a crazy number. 54 shows away from 200, episode 200. So I'm committed for 1,000. I'm committed for 1,000. If it ain't popped up by 1,000, that's it, bro. We gonna pull the plug, close the curtains, be like, hey, man, on to the next one. But today, man, we wanted to, I had quite a few things I wanted to talk about today, man. Just thinking about everything that's going on in the world. And hey, y'all can call into the show too, because my super producer, he's manning the phones. 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. So if y'all want to call in, got a comment, If you want to talk about what's going on in your neck of the woods, what's going on in your world, from New York to California, from Seattle, and we could talk about all of that. We could talk. Tim Adler, what? Man, what's up, man? This is my goddamn guy, boy. What's up, Tim? That's my man. But hey, man, I might need to call you, man. They kicked me out of the other spot, so I'll tell you about that. But I know Tim he's new to the show, but this show is about personal finance. So every week I come on from 8 to 9, and been doing this it's been about 3 years now. So I come on every week and we talk about everything related to personal finance. So we have to, weave in some what we call current event stuff. So there's no way you can have a show in this day and age and not talk about the COVID-19, coronavirus, all of that. But I'm not going to take the whole show and talk about that. But it is something specific that I want to talk about. Is this particular show, episode 146. Episode 146 is dedicated to my youngest daughter, Nia Jade Thompson. I'm dedicating this show to her and all of her colleagues because I can't front, man. I've been a nurse for like 25 years, but I've been out of the hospital for probably about 20 of those years, 22. But now with this coronavirus, man, you got some men and women that are out here, man. They are catching it, man. They're catching it physically. They're catching it mentally. And the only thing they trying to do, man, is save lives. That's it, man. They literally, man. So that stuff you seeing on CNN and your local news, they just giving you a smidget of what's really happening, man. So if you got people that are out there on the front line, man, saving lives, really trying to help people, man, shout out to them, man, and make sure that you you keep them lifted up in prayer. You make sure you're reaching out to them, man. Make sure that you can do what you can to support them because they're doing all they can, man, to just save lives. At the end of the day, that's all it is about with them, man. They ain't about the money. It ain't about the prestige. They literally, man, are trying to save lives. So, this show, I was thinking about it yesterday. I say, man, hey, super proud of my youngest daughter. So she's out there on the front line. She's at, one of the local area hospitals, man. And I try to talk to her every day just to make sure everything is everything. But, man, I'm talking about coast to coast, from New York to LA to Seattle to Texas to Missouri. I've seen nurses all over, and doctors. So don't let me leave out the doctors. But I've seen them all over talking about what they're going through on the front line. So definitely want to make sure that I keep her, lifted up. But the other thing I want to talk about tonight, man, we're going to really dig in tonight. So I'm hoping that people take the opportunity to check the show out, take the opportunity to go back and listen to the rebroadcast if that's what they need to do. But tonight's show, if you missed tonight's show, you're going to miss it, man, because I've been doing a lot of thinking about, the way the world is going to look after the fact, right? Because a lot of people right now, we're in survival mode, so we're practicing social distancing. We're practicing, to stay at home. We're practicing, everything's closed. We're practicing all of this stuff because we're really just trying to suppress that bubble, like get that bubble so it don't go up and then down, but we're trying to make it a little hill, as Dr. Fauci would say. But one of the things that I want people to think about too, as we go through this process, is that we got to think about lessons learned, right? We got to be thinking about the things that got us here, and then from a financial because this show's about, the only thing this show's about is financial literacy. So when you start thinking about what's going to come after this, because I was talking to a good friend of mine today. He's, I guess you call him an investment expert. I mean, he loves, the way I love this show, he loves investing. So I called him to get some, information just to kind of pick his brain about where we are, where he thinks we're going, after the fact. Because first and foremost, we got to make sure we deal with what we deal with right now. We got to, the enemy that we're dealing with right now, we got to, keep that in play. But one day soon, may not be Easter, like your president is saying, maybe a little later. But at some point, we're going to get to a place where we're on the other side of this whole pandemic. We're going to be on the other side. Like, the number of cases is going to start to go down. We're going to start to get back to some normalcy in our lives. We're going to start to get back outdoors and start getting back to what we were doing before all of this hit, and people will need to know how to manage their personal finance. Because right now, and that's why I said this show, if you miss this show, this is going to be one like, and if y'all don't have your pens and paper and if y'all not right, man, this would be the show to be doing that on. So the one thing I would say is this. One of the first things that comes to mind is I guess I need to back up. The stimulus. I mean, I would be remiss if I don't talk about the stimulus too. $2 trillion, right? So that's with a T. So $2 trillion, government is talking about they're going to put out for big businesses, airlines, small businesses, and individuals. They still trying to figure out how the money is going to be dispersed. I've heard 75,000 or less, you'll get X number of dollars. Households at 150,000 or less, you're going to get X number of dollars. So you have the ability to potentially get 2 checks, an individual check and then a check for your household. But then they're also talking about putting in some, parameters as far as like people who have children under the age of 18 or the age of 17, they're getting a certain amount of money for each child. It's almost like a child credit. So, I mean, I don't think all of that has been ironed out, but it's supposed to be coming. But even bigger than that, right? Because we're talking about stimulus. Even bigger than stimulus, because we got a lot of people that are, they hurting. I mean, we've had job loss, we've had job furloughs, we've had people, having, hours cut back. So we had that too. Hey, what's happening, sis? Good to see you, baby. I ain't seen you in a minute. Good to see you, man. Tell your husband I said what's up, Mr. Peanut. Erica Owens, welcome to the conversation. And so the whole thing about it is we got to take a step back and start thinking about like how we got here, what we're doing, and then what we're going to do on the other side. Because this is the thing about this whole thing that we're going through right now. And if you don't hear anything else I'm going to say tonight, listen to what I'm getting ready to tell you. This is going to be, I'm 54, right? So we've had the other things in the past, 2000, Y2K. We've had the 2008 crash. We had the 2011 recession. But this is going to be one of the biggest opportunities for everybody. This is going to be one of the biggest opportunities for everybody, especially people who are thinking, who's thinking a little deeper than just, oh man, this is just, I'm going to just go back. You're not going to be able to go back and do what you was doing before. All of that is like, this is like, you're going to be in we're going into a whole nother dimension. This is like some Star Trek type stuff. You won't even be able to go back and do what you was doing before. Because we're not even going to get down like that no more. So when you start talking about financial opportunities, they're going to be all around you. And that's why it's so important. All of them shows we've been talking about, financial literacy and saving and budgets and credit. I just want to touch on all of it. I'm going to mix it all up tonight. It's going to be like some gumbo. But the thing about it is this. If you listen to what I'm saying and think through this, it's going to be, you're going to have opportunities that you've never, and we probably won't see it. Like I said, I'm 54. We'll probably never see these type of opportunities again in our lifetime. It's getting ready to be that big. Like that big. Like that big, right? Because everything has changed. Education changed. The way we worship changed. The way we work changed. Relationships changed. Going to sporting events, everything's going to change. Everything. And it's going to be a tremendous amount of opportunity for people that are forward thinking and they understand the components of financial literacy. Now, one of the things I want to break down to you all is this. When you plan a game, and that's all, living in America is a game. You could be playing You can play checkers or you can play chess. So I'm going to talk about chess tonight, the way you play chess. Give y'all some tips. And if you don't have one of these, look, if you don't have one of these, you need to go get one. Because what I'm going to tell you, it's going to be able to save you some money. And you're going to be able to take money that you can save on different things, reallocate it, right? Take some things. Oh, I see you on, boy. I see you on, man. You gonna have to call into the show at give me about 20 minutes, man. Call in 678-381-1973. 678-381-1973. And we'll be able to get you on, and I'll put the speaker to the speaker, man. Hopefully they can hear you. That's my investment guru. I'll put this guy up against anybody on CNBC, CNN, MSNBC. This guy, and he give it to you straight. But back to what I'm saying. We living in America. When you live in America, it's playing a game. You got to learn how to play chess, not checkers. If you still playing checkers, you got to learn how to play chess. And what I mean by that is this. Everybody is going through it, right? Some people going through it worse than others. So we got degrees, right? Some people have job loss. Some people have hours cut back. Some people have, yep, that's it, Antonio, that's it. So, and people have it at various degrees. Some people been furloughed, and their companies are like, hey, we're going to bring you back when we get to that point in time. We got all of that. But here's the game, though. I'm going to put y'all up on some game. Here's the game. Regardless of where you fall at in that paradigm, right? Job loss, laid off, cutbacks, or significant others, same thing. Job loss, cutback, whatever. Just household, right? So think about your household. One of the first things you should do is be reaching out to your mortgage. Reach out to your mortgage company, right? Because the thing about when chaos comes, the people who survive when it's chaos are the people that have a strategic plan. Because if everything is going crazy around you, if you like, I know what I'm doing, I'm going to do this. Call your mortgage company tomorrow. If you haven't called them up, if you haven't called them already, call them tomorrow. Call your mortgage company tomorrow. And you might say, oh man, I'm not behind. I don't think I'm going to be behind. But here's the thing. If there's any thought that you may be in trouble in the future, you need to be calling now. Because what's going to happen is, as we get on the other side of this bubble, see, right now, a lot of people are just like panic mode. They like this. They just like, oh, CNN hitting you with stuff. People, they wiping But you got to be, I want y'all to be breadheads. I want you to be like, yo, let me call in the morning. If you call right now, you can get through. It's going to get to a point in time where you're going to try to call. It's going to be so many people calling. You ain't going to be able to get through. And then it's going to snowball into other things. Call them now. Come up with your plan. I'm not behind. Good. You need to be current. You want to protect your credit, but then you also want to protect your money. You want to have access to liquid, right? Access to liquid. So the first thing, and I'm telling you stuff that I did it myself. I'm doing it. Anything I tell you, I'm going to do it, right? Because it ain't about, sometimes, especially in our community, that's what happened with bankruptcy. Sometimes in our community, we could be so spiritual and so compassionate that they take advantage of us because we trying to, integrity. And, man, I don't want to do that. It ain't no integrity when you in a game and you become the entree. So what's happening right now, there's a whole shift going on behind the scenes, right? And me and this brother here was talking about that earlier today. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. Everything has been going crazy. All of these job loss, all of this. Put it this way. It's several stocks. I ain't say one. Several stocks that people who have money, they pulling money out of the stock market and putting them in other places, right? Maybe buying bonds, maybe getting real estate. Or they may be just sitting on the sideline waiting for the opportunity to pounce, right? They just waiting to I'm sitting there, I'm chilling. Yeah. But check this out. I saw a stock this weekend, right? I'm going to give you a perfect example. And we've been talking about stocks. We've been talking about how you can use Robinhood. You can get fractional shares. You can, go to Fidelity. You can go all these different places that you can get fractional shares. You can start getting you little pieces of, just pieces of stock. All the stock this way. Everybody been hearing about that, right? This weekend, this just happened this weekend. That's what I'm saying. Do the math, and we're going to play the game. We're going to play this game all the way through the next several weeks. That's all I'm going to be talking about, how you can play this game, right? The before and after the bubble game, the coronavirus game. You call it whatever you want to. But this weekend, I was looking at some stock. This was Saturday. Me and my wife sitting around, we talking. I'm just scrolling through some different stock. This ain't rocket science. This is just you sitting down like, man, all the restaurants closed. Whew. I wonder what Chipotle is doing. I wonder what that McDonald's stock looking like. Boy, I wonder what that, I wonder what that Burger King looking like. I wonder what that Starbucks looking like. Ain't nobody going. Can't nobody get on the inside. They got the drive-thru open. Yeah, I wonder what that's looking like. Then I went from food to what's one of the worst things that's going on right now? Airlines. I said, let me look at some of these airlines. Let me see what's going on with this airline stock. Let me see what's going on with Delta. Let me see what's going on with American. Let me see what's going on with United. They getting beat up. So then I came to this one airline, right? I came to Spirit. This is a true story. You could go and check it. Fact check me. So don't believe what I'm saying. Just go out there and you fact check it. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, let me check and see what Spirit is at. Spirit was at $8.70, right? Their 52-week low was like $7. So they was this close to their 52-week low, meaning in the last year, right? They were right there, $8.70. Now, I'm sitting there thinking, they're already talking about giving the airline a stimulus, right? They're already talking about bailing out the airlines. So I was like, man, okay. I said, what if I brought it at $8.70, right? If I buy it at $8.70, man, I wonder what it'll do. Now, peep this. Do you know how long it take? Let's talk about that'd be too confused. I ain't even going to look up the rule of 72. I'm going to just put it like that because I don't want to take up all of the time with, different things. But check out the rule of 72. And what the rule of 72 tells you is this. You take the interest that you're getting on an investment and divide it into 72, and that'll tell you how many years it's going to take for it to double. Just think about that. So if you're getting 10%, it's going to take you 7.2 years, it'll double, right? If you're getting 25%, it's going to take you, almost 3 years and your money then double. Listen to this. I look at Spirit, I said, dang, ain't but $8.72. Now I've been telling y'all, get a brokerage account. People have been hitting me, man, I don't have a lot of money. You don't need a lot of money. Get a brokerage account because you're talking about percentages. You're talking about percentages of money. So as that stock go up 10%, even if I put in $1 million, you put in 100, you getting 10% on your investment, and I'm getting 10% on mine. So don't worry about this. It's percentages. That's all we playing. We playing the percentages. $8.72 on Spirit, right? So that was 21st. That was the 21st, right? I look at it yesterday. Yesterday was the 25th. Shout out to my son. His birthday was the 23rd. The young king, my namesake, my goddamn, that's my number one guy. The man that's going to carry the torch. 2 days after his birthday, the 25th, I look, and you can go look now. Go out to just Google stock and look at Spirit, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I said, well, dang, because I want to buy quite a few shares. I'm gonna do it. But then what happened? You supposed to pull up and shoot, but what you do? I'm overthinking. The power. So I ain't pull the trigger, right? So I'm like, shucks. When I look at it on the 25th. It was at $8.72. What was it at? What was it at on the 25th? 4 days later. Three trading days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 3 trading days. later. Where was it at? I said it was at 8.72. Where was it at 3 trading days later? $16, like $16.70, almost $17. What does that mean? That means if we had purchased, all of us, everybody who's looking at this, if we had purchased at $8.72, say you put in 1,000, now you got 2. In 3 days. In 3 days. Where you gonna make $1,000 in 3 days at like that? Like boom. And then what you do then? Then you go back in, you take your principal out. Take all your principal back. You put in 1,000. I see Carl Lee on. Carl Lee he big time. He might have put in, 300,000. His 300,000 just went to 600,000. $1 million just went to 2 million. Right? And if you don't think people doing that, the only thing you have to do is when you're looking at stock, look at, it's a little line, whatever stock you're looking at, there's a little line that says this, trading volume. And it'll show you the number of shares that are being traded. 2 million, 5 million, 10 million. Bro, I only wanted humbly, I wanted like 1,000. I was like, man, if I can get 1,000 shares, I could double up 3 days. So you might be saying, damn, but guess what? Here's the beauty of it. If I had caught it at 8, when it went to 16, that's 100%. When it goes to 24, that's 100%. So I'm saying that to say, as we're looking at this, don't think all doom and gloom. Don't think all the opportunities all the opportunities are going to open up to you if you're thinking about it. If you start thinking ahead and be like, man, I wonder what else is going to do like that. Just think, everything that's not happening right now. Everything that's closed. Everything that's closed is on sale. The whole stock market is on sale. Everything. And you might say, I don't have a bunch of money. Don't use that excuse. Put your $100 on it and make your $100 turn into 200. Or you might have 300, right? Here's another idea. Now they're talking about stimulus checks coming through. Okay, so now your stimulus check coming through. What you got? 500, 1,000, whatever that number. I don't know what the number's going to be. So if it's $1,000, say they send you $1,000. Take out your pen and write down what you're going to do with that $1,000. Because for some people, it's going to be like just another $1,000 refund, just like tax season being extended, right? What you going to do with another $1,000? Just don't answer to me. You can put it in the chat, right? Or you could write it down like I'm writing mine. I'm like, shoot, okay. I'm still looking at the airline stock. What else would be another one? Carnival, Norwegian, all of them people that's tested positive on there. That's nasty. But guess what? One day, in the not so distant future, people gonna be back on them cruise ships. They gonna be living La Vida. They gonna be living La Vida Loca again. This gonna be so far in the rear view. They gonna be like, oh man, we done cleaned all, we good. And guess what the stock gonna be doing? Boop, 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 boop. So what you gotta do is this. You gotta be the type of person where you had a mindset where when everything's looking crazy, doom and gloom, you gotta be the type of person like, shoot, I'll take some of that. Because when it's popular, everybody want it, right? When the market come back, everybody want it. Oh, I want it. But it's going to be at $60, $70 a share, $80. You got it at $8. You got it at $8. $8. You ain't tripping. And you playing the percentages. That's all you want to play, percentages. Get to the point where your money double. Whenever your money double, take your initial investment, take it all out. And then whatever you got in there, you just let it ride. Just like, hey man, I'm good. I'm out. So I want you all to be thinking about that. Contact your mortgage company. You might say, what does that have to do with my mortgage company? I'm like, hey, what if, and I'm just saying hypothetically, I'm not saying what it is or what it's not. I'm saying hypothetically, right? Whether you need it or you don't need it. What if your mortgage company said, hey, look, we see all this stuff going on. maybe we can do a deferment for you and give you 3 months, get on your feet. You know, you don't have to show us no, we don't need no paperwork or nothing. We understand everybody's just hurt. Yeah, you're right. Everybody is. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So what if it was 3 months? And you might be saying, well, I mean, they saying 3 months. They ain't going to affect your credit because they already got the plan in place. The plan is in place. So say your mortgage $1,000 a month. You get 3 months. You playing the game at that point. You're like, well, shoot, I don't, you know. I'm just telling you about, and I'll use me for example. In order for you to get ahead, you gotta do something different. You could take 3 months. You could take 3 months, buy some stock. 3 months up, say, hey man, can I get on a payment plan? Yeah, we can break that up over the next 6. Cool. I said 3 days. What if you took that money and put it into something else? Now you got liquid. Now you can buy something. I just gave you a stock. What if somebody like lost their job, this, that, and other? And I'm not talking about that because we gonna have this anyway. We've had it in the Great Depression. We had it in 2008. So don't misconstrue it and be like, oh man, you praying on somebody's downfall. That's mindset. I'm not praying on nobody. I don't wish nothing on nobody. This show is about equipping you with the tools that you can go out and you can manage through situations like this. That's what this show is about. You don't need to pray on nobody's downfall because that's going to happen naturally. It's always happened in history like that. You can go all the way back to Pharaoh when they left Egypt, right? That was an issue, right? When they was in the wilderness, Moses in the wilderness for 40 years. That was an issue. You ain't got to pray for it. It's gonna happen. It's the natural process of life. So with that being said, get that out your head. Now you can say, you know what? How can I use the money that I do have to make me more money? To put me in a better financial position? Mortgage first. I would do the same. I'm recommending you do the same thing with your utilities. Anybody that you owe money to, credit card company. But one caveat to that. Here's my one caveat to that. And that's this. Don't do anything that's going to impact your credit. Because here's the thing about credit. This how credit is going to be supercharged. Once we get on the other side of that bubble, this is how credit is going to be supercharged. It's going to be so many people that credit went this way because they're going to start thinking like, you can have that. I ain't paying that. You can do this. You can have that, right? Okay. But guess what? You're right. Oh, definitely not a zero-sum game. You can win without somebody else losing, no doubt. No doubt. That's from a financial expert. But here's the thing, though. Credit is going to be like currency. Credit is going to be like currency. When we get on the other side of this, when we get PC, post-corona, credit is going to be like currency. Because there's going to be so many people with compromised credit. They're going to bring down the limits of what you can get. Now, if you got good credit, you're going to be able to get cheap money. What I mean by cheap money, you're going to be able to get low interest rates, and you're going to be able to borrow money at a cheap price to buy other assets. You're going to be able to buy it. They're already talking about 0% loans for small business owners. They're going to have 1% loans for the average person. You just go, hey man, what you need? Oh, I need to redo my kitchen. Okay, how much you need? I don't know, 5,000, 10,000. Okay, how about we give you a line of credit? You go, oh, okay, that'll work, right? Now you got $5,000 or $10,000 at 1%. No, I'm lying. What about 2%? 2%. 2% work? 5,000 at 2%. What can you do with that? I'm gonna put you up on another game. Arbitrage. Right? It's called arbitrage. You paying 2%, you go out and you find an investment that's paying you anything above 2%. 3%, 4%, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. Right? You find an investment, real estate, stocks, whatever, bonds, whatever you into, options, you want to start a business, whatever. As long as it's paying you more than 2%, right? That spread, that come to you. If you borrowing at 2% and you getting interest at 7%, that 5%, that go to you. And guess where you got that game from? The bank. What's the bank doing? The bank. And guess what the bank's rate is right now? 0. So how much do they need to make in order to make a profit? 1%. But guess what? When they loaning that money to you at 8%, they paid 0. They paid 0% and they lending money out at 8%. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm putting you up on something. But so that's what I want y'all to be thinking about, that. Your utilities, your, auto loans, everything. Because everything in your life should be somewhat expendable with the exception of your family. Material stuff, cars and, computers, all this, that's foolishness. Anything outside your family, wife, kids, son, daughter, niece, nephew, but all of the other stuff, you need to be playing the game. You need to learn how to play the game, because if not, this is what's going to happen. You become the entree, and there's going to be some other people out there. This stuff that I'm telling you, this ain't something I made up. This ain't no conspiracy. This is real. And this is real. All of that stock that's dirt cheap right now that they know is going to come back. Me and Tony was talking about Disney. Disney? Do you think where you think Disney go? Disney. And if you got anybody in your life that's young, where's Disney going? Nowhere. Where's Home Depot going? Home Depot. Where's Home Depot going? They ain't going nowhere. So if you could buy it super cheap and sit on it, when it come back up, guess what? You coming up too. So you gotta play the game. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Change your mindset and be thinking 2 months from now, what's going to happen? 3 months from now, what's going to happen? 4 months from now, what's going to happen? Put yourself in a position to take advantage of it. So that's the whole thing. And, hey, man, we got like 20 minutes left, man. Go on and call in. 678-381-1973. Go on and bless the audience with some of that wisdom you got, man. 678-381-1973. So, I mean, those are the things that's going to help you survive through this. And right now, we talked about this last week. Make sure the priority as you're going through this, because we all have limited income right now because of everything that's going on. Make sure the priority is your family. You got a roof over your head. Keeping God first. You got a roof over your head. And then hey, what happened? Tony. Hey. Raheem. Man, call.
Yeah.
Man, what you do? Go to sleep? What you doing over there, man?
Man, what you need?
Antonio calling in, man.
No, ain't nobody called in yet.
Man, he calling. I see the number dialing, man. He dialing in. Calling to the studio, Tony. 678-381-1973. Hey, man, wake up over there, man. Stop going to sleep in the studio.
Hey, what's going on, man?
I told you he was calling, man. I told you. What's up, boy?
What's going on with you, man?
Man, you got me sweating, man. You got me sweating, boy. What's going on, man? So,
man.
hey.
You got the technical stuff working on, man.
Look, man, I just took the whole conversation we had today, but boom, turn it into a show. I told you, man. That's just, man. Hey, man. Tell them. So, what's your opinion on what's going on, man? What are we gonna see post corona, man? Post coronavirus. What's the word? What's the word?
I mean, you've already been hitting with some diamonds, man. And I heard you at the beginning tell people that they need to have a pen in their hand and write it down, because luckily it's gonna be on replay, because they gonna need to go back and listen to the diamonds.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not even gonna rehash those diamonds that you dropped with, getting your mortgage, quote unquote, a little suspended for a little while and all that kind of stuff. But like you say, man, you have to make sure that your credit don't get messed up in it. So make sure you get everything in writing in the email or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But yeah, man, take that money and it's flip time, man. It's flip time.
So tell me about what's flip time, man, because some people may not know what flip time is, man. What's flip time?
Man, this right now, and I'm not even doing it for hyperbole or exaggeration, but this right now is the time that you can literally plant seed to create wealth to change your life.
Ooh, did you say plant seed? Man, tell us more, man. We thirsty, bro. Tell us more. Tell us more.
Right. And what I mean by that, because, see, people don't understand that, and I know that you told them about the Spirit Airlines thing and the quick flip on that, but I don't like to always get people excited about that, because then they get the gambling out there, and then they lose money, and they come back ready to fight you. They be like, it was episode 146. That's the show. Yeah, they be ready to fight.
Oh, that's right. Look.
Man, I'm trying to flip this, man.
That's why I had to get a disclaimer. Consult your tax advisor, and past performance is not indicative of future performance. And I'm not your tax advisor and or your investment specialist. Seek professional help. Okay, now you can go ahead.
There you go. But what I mean by plant the seed, though, man, because here's the thing. That $1,000 you're talking about or whatever, let's take out the quick flip of the doubling your money in 3 days. But just thinking about the fact that I can almost assure, without going past the disclaimer, of course, but that $1,000 that you plant today, 10 years from now, will not be $10,000. I mean, will not be $1,000, right?
Right.
Because everything in the market, and when I say everything in the market is discount. It's on sale. It's like when you go up into Macy's or something, and you see them red signs.
We having a red dot sale? You talking about the red dot?
Yeah, the 40% off. Yeah, well, I'm gonna take you all the way back. Look, I'm gonna take you all the way back for the real folks. They're like a Kmart Blue Light special.
So the Kmart Blue Light special. Okay. So what we need to do, man? We need to just. So I mean, what about the people who are afraid of the stock market, man? What advice do you have for them? Because some people still afraid of it, man. Because we talked about that today. Like, what am I supposed to do with my 401k? I get that a lot. That's a common question, right? So what's the deal with the 401k?
Well, now here's the thing with the 401k. If you have not already moved your money out of your 401k, now is not the time to do that. Because what you're going to be doing now is actually realizing a paper loss. And what I mean by that is right now, your money is just lost on paper.
Right.
But when you make that transaction, so like on paper, you might be lost. Say, for instance, you had $10,000 in your 401k, and now you're looking at, man, I only got $8,000.
Right.
That $2,000 is a paper loss. But if you move that money now, that $2,000 is going to become real.
Right.
Right? So if people have been asking me, and I told them the same thing. If you didn't sell back in January or February, then now is not the time.
So now you just got to buckle up.
What happens is, right, because I was advising people back in January and February to position their 401k. Meaning that, because every 401k has a stable value fund. So what I was advising people then to do was to move your principal, like you were talking about, move all the money that you have invested into a stable value fund, but continue to allow your contributions to go into your stock funds.
Ooh.
Because what that does, and you can do this every time the market gets crazy. And I ain't talking about every day, because you don't want to trade trade to 401k.
Nah.
I'm talking about real stuff happening in the market like it is now.
Right.
When you start sensing that and you seeing it like that $2,000 loss, say for instance, when it became a $500 loss, you be like, man, let me move my money right now. But
Right.
you still allow the contributions to go into the stock fund. And what happens with that is you're protecting your capital, but you're buying the market at low prices.
I told him, bruh, CNBC, I'm trying to tell people, man, MSNBC, I'm going to go and put it out there because I know sometimes people like to share videos. Y'all need to share this. I'm going to put this brother up against any pundit on CNBC, MSNBC, BET, any of those ETs, T's and T's. This brother here, man, is giving y'all the gospel, bruh. This right here, this is the way that they play in this game on a high level, and we giving it to you right here. This is about as straight as you gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, Tony.
Man, right, and outside of the 401k, man, just the regular invest, because you asked the question about what if people are afraid to invest. Well, you know I'm a straight shooter. And so what I'm going to say to those people, if you're scared, then stay out the market. Because scared money don't make money.
Yo, scared money, man. I heard you could. Man, I heard scared money could make money, man. I heard you could do it.
Nah, scared. That's one reason that I stopped doing investment clubs and investment funds with other people, because I'd be like, man, you too scared, you making my money lose.
And then they come back to you, man, you told me. It's like, I ain't tell you to take the money out. Yeah, the market down. But you ain't got to take your money out. We ain't say take your money out. We said hang tight. You know what I'm saying? Be cool. It's gonna be all right. Be cool.
Right. Exactly. The law of attraction is real, man.
Whoa.
And you attract to you what you see and what you believe in. You know, you speak those things that be not as though they already are, right? So this is the time, I'm trying to tell you that this is the time that this is investment time. You either need to be investing in yourself, creating new skills that can make yourself more marketable.
Woo.
Because there are a lot of jobs are getting ready to be laying off and all that kind of stuff. And I always keep telling people, I've been saying it since last year, automation is going to hurt people's jobs more than immigration.
Woo. Woo. Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. You got to... Wait a minute. Say that one more time, because I don't think they heard that one, man. That knocked me... That was like a slap on the face there. Say that one more time. What'd you say? Automation.
You need to invest in new skill sets, because automation is going to hurt people's jobs more than immigration ever could have.
Whoa.
And with this post-corona,
yeah.
With post-corona, you're going to see this. There's artificial intelligence out there that is so advanced that what we're seeing right now with taking all these kids at school and at home, and they doing online and all that kind of stuff. There will be a time where they will reduce the teacher's head count and have AI teaching like primary grades and doing that stuff all online.
Ooh, yeah, and they just be.
What we're seeing now is the test of that. So I'm not saying this stuff gonna happen tomorrow or next year, but what I'm saying again is you plant the seed to produce the harvest. You have to start operating with a decade mindset. See, the wealthy people move in decades. Poor people move in days.
Wait a minute, man. You killing us, bro. You killing us, man. I can't. Oh man. Okay, go ahead, bro. I'm having to Tom, I got to catch my breath on that one, man. Bruh, I'm going to have to steal all of them, man. Run that by me one more time. Run that by me one more time.
I said wealthy people operate in decades. Poor people operate in days.
boy.
And when I say wealthy and poor, I'm not even talking about monetary. I'm talking about mindset, because that's where it all starts.
Man, I'm about to just stop writing, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man.
And I can prove that by pulling up any stock chart. I can pull up a stock of Netflix. I can pull up Nike, some of your favorite stuff that people know about. Nike, Apple, Netflix, Amazon. And you pull back and you look at a 10-year chart of all of those companies, and I guarantee you will see wealth generated.
Whoa. That's deep, bro.
So now you have some of those same companies that have been discounted 30 and 40% their own sale, and now is the time. Man, they have leveled the playing field. Brokers don't even charge commission no more.
Dang.
And I'm talking about the big brokers, the E-Trades, the TD Ameritrades, the Charles Schwab, zero commission. When I got started investing back in the day, man, it was $29 to make one trade.
Ooh wee! Boy, you bringing that, man.
So
Boy, you breaking the heat.
You had to make $29 just to break even.
just to get a trade to go through, right? Man.
Right, but I'm saying just to break even, you done made about $60 to break even.
Ooh.
Now it's $0, and a lot of them allowing partial share purchase. I heard you mention that.
Yeah.
That's level playing field. That means you can get in the game. Cash App even let me do it. You can get in the game with $5.
$5. And I wasn't stressing the flip, but I was thinking about it. I mean, it wasn't an actual, but it did linger in my mind, because I was like, hey man, that could have been like a $8,000 hit, and I know it's gonna go back and forth, but I'm like, eight stacks in 3 days is like,
yes.
That's a lot of money, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And I wanted to and I'm thinking like Warren Buffett. And I know he don't do it like that, but I'm sure it's cats out there with like 100 stacks. And then you went in at 100 and you came out 3 days later with 200?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
But here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against the flip. I'm just saying that it takes a certain mindset. It takes a certain strategy, a certain skill set.
Yeah.
It's not a hard one. It ain't rocket science.
Nope.
Trust me, it's not rocket science. I taught my son how to do it, and I taught him when he was in the 3rd grade.
I was going to say, I know you know how to talk. You were teaching 3rd graders that, so I know it ain't that, but
Right.
I'm just saying that I'm trying to do it in addition to. I guess that's a better way to put it. In addition to.
Most definitely. But and that's the two-party game. And I love how you said, once you make that quick hit, pull your money off the table. Now you playing with the house money.
Right. Vegas only. So now you don't really care about nothing. You can go up, down, or sideways, and you good.
Man, I'm finna say something that's gonna blow your mind.
Wait a minute, man. Hold on. Let me buckle up first. Hold on. Let me get back in my seat. All right, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm ready. I got my pen. Look, gotta have your pen. Go ahead.
This is how much I am loving this opportunity that we are in right now. I'm loving this opportunity so much that I'm having to hold myself back from going out and getting a loan to go and buy more stock.
Man.
I'm itching so bad.
Look, man.
About 25, 50.
Listen, man. Hold up. Time out. I'm about to throw a flag, man. Personal foul, Antonio. That's a 15-yard penalty, bro. That's what I just said, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking the same thing, because I said, man, you know what? If I got access to this line of credit, right? And it's, they give you plenty of time to pay it back. Then it just becomes an arbitrage. I know what kind of percentages I got to pay on the money that I take out. But guess what? if I could do stuff like that, like, bro, give me 1,000 shares. Let me get 1,000 shares of Disney, and just wait. I'll pay that little note every month on my line. Woo 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 woo. But when that Disney get to moving, oh my gosh, boy, that's gonna be ooh wee. I'm the same way. I'm thinking the same thing, bro. I'm definitely thinking the same thing.
Now, this is for the, but listen now, this is for the advanced people.
Wait a minute.
This ain't for everybody.
This ain't.
This
Well,
ain't
get
for
hey,
everybody.
if it ain't for everybody, man, get a disclaimer now. Get a disclaimer, because we don't want no. I don't want nobody calling me, texting me, posting on my. I don't want nobody saying nothing, man. This guy, because see, you ain't on there. They see me, so they gonna be talking about this guy. So go on and get a disclaimer, then you go on and hit them with it, man.
Yeah, this is not for everybody. The investing comes with a whole lot of risk. You can lose everything that you put on the table. I'm not a financial planner, financial advisor. I'm an investment coach, right? So seek your professionals, all people who you trust and believe in. I'm just giving this advice and my opinion on the market.
And don't, hey,
Purses on.
let me interpret for you, man. Don't call us if it don't work for you. Don't call us.
There you go.
All right. So what you got? Go ahead.
But you go to one of these little personal loan companies like SoFi or Fund or whoever, right? You get a $25,000. You get a 20. On my loan calculator now, I want the numbers to be accurate. You get a $25,000 loan. You get a 5-year term on that loan. Let's say they give you. I'm gonna take a high, say 8% on that loan. Right? That's your monthly payment on that loan is $506.
Okay.
Right? So let's just make 510 to be on the. Well, let's just go over 600. Let's just do 600 to make it even.
Yeah.
So 600 a month.
This say 600 a month.
I gave an extra 100. Right. I don't put an extra 100 on there just to round the number. Let's just say 600, right?
Right.
600 times 12. 600 times 12 is $7,200, right?
Right. So 600 times 12. I'm with you.
Yeah. 600 times 12, right? That's how much it will take you to serve. That's how much it's going to take you to service that loan, right? For a year.
Right.
It's $7,200, right?
Right.
You following me, right? Okay.
I'm taking notes.
Now $7,200 divided by that 25,000 is about 28%.
Correct.
So now what am I saying? That on that $25,000, all you gotta initially do is make 28%. Let's say 30% to round up. All you gotta do on that initial 25,000 is make a 30% return, and you gonna service that loan for a whole year.
Right. And you got a whole year to do it, right? You got 12 months to do that, right?
You got 12 months to do that, but the way the market is moving now, you can do that in 1 month.
But you got.
So now listen. So now you done bought time. You done bought a whole year. You got a whole year to play with this $25,000.
Right.
Now you just flipping it. And look, you're not even putting the whole 25 into the market. You sitting some of it on the sideline as cash, just for your emergency. You might need something to go through. You might be flipping 10 of it. But you done service that loan for a year, so then you flipping 10. By the time that year is up and you done flip that 10 the right way, you pay them their 25 back at the end of the year.
Look, this is the Daily Bread. Man, where's you, man? Come on, man. Look, we at the top of the hour, man. Look, man, me and you know, people don't know, but me and you, man, when me and you just have a conversation, it's 3 hours. So I ain't gonna do that to them.
Right.
I want to thank you for coming on, bro. But you got to come back. Look.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Let me say one last thing, then I'm done completely. Then I'll let you wrap your show. I'm gonna say this one last thing, because I hear the spirit out there. Somebody like, man, you just made this stuff don't work. I'm gonna put a link on your post, but I'm saying right now, this is what all the companies did. Have you ever heard of share buyback?
Yeah.
Companies buy back their own shares in the market.
Yeah.
That's what they've been doing this whole time. They've been going out getting this cheap money as a loan and using that money to buy their own stock back and then pay the loan off. But he's going to bet this stuff part about the company. They ain't even got to finish paying off the loan, because then they finna get bailed out by the government. I'm done.
Look, man, you brought my microphone, man. What?
I'm done.
Oh, man, this is your last time coming on this show, man. You can't be doing my show like that, man. That is disrespectful, man. That is disrespectful on so many levels, bro. But woo! I don't know about you, but I think I'm about to go. I'm about to go look for some. I'm about to go look for some cheap money and put it in play. I mean, that right there, man. That's why I say, man, CNBC, MSNBC, MSN, CNN, N's and T's, whoever you want to get. I'm putting this dude up against whoever you go get. Go get him. Go get him, man. This man here got the brain. He got the brain for it. And the thing I like about him, he ain't telling you nothing just no fugazi now. This ain't just something he came up with. This dude got, man, I'm telling you, he got analytics, everything. Hey, I told him today, say, man, send me that. Oh, I already sent it to you. It's already in your inbox. I said, God dang. So, man, y'all, hey, if y'all don't take nothing, man, go back, listen to the show, share. Make sure you go out to the website. Go out to JoaquinThompsonSenior.com. JoaQuin Thompson. THOMPSON Senior.com. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, the Daily Bread Radio Show. Like the YouTube channel. Make sure you like the Daily Bread Show on Facebook. And tell somebody, man, because listen. It might be 30, 40 people on this show, right? But think about it. It's 50 million. I'm just talking about African Americans. It's 50 million. It's 330 million people in the country. And it's only like less than 10% that know what this brother just laid on us. Less than 10%. So while you thinking doom and gloom, them cats going out there, he said 25,000. What if you can go out and get 50,000? What if you can go out and get 100,000? What if you can go out and get $1 million? And that's what this, like he said, that's what they already doing it. And I heard Trump say it the other day. We don't want to put a lot of money in bailing out companies, and they turn around and buy back their stock. He said, bruh, you say what you want to say about the president. He said that himself. So he know the game because he done did it too. So I'm like, if somebody's showing you the game, the only thing I'm saying from a Daily Bread standpoint, get in the game. Just get in. Just jump in. Ain't that going to happen? I mean, you might lose, but guess what? You in the game, but you ain't going to lose. Just take your time. Book of the week. A lot of y'all don't know about this, man. I'm going to put y'all up on game. This book right here, man, has been used so much. I'm going to show it to you in pieces. You see what that says? This book is so bold. It said, the title of the book is, Why Should White Guys Have All the Fun? How Reginald Lewis, and I know a lot of people don't know who Reginald Lewis is, but how Reginald Lewis, $1 billion business empire. Now, a lot of people think Oprah was the first black billionaire. This brother right here, not only was he the first black billionaire, I'm gonna give you a little history on it. He was the only person without taking the LSAT. Now you chew on that. Go and get it. You can go to Amazon. Why Should White Guys Have All of the Fun by Reginald Lewis. Check it out. And that's the kind of stuff that you got to be up on So that way, this was, and y'all remember what he was buying, because when I was a kid, remember your grandmother used to get the McCall? She used to go out to the store and get the McCall patterns and lay them out, put the pins in them, and cut out the patterns. He brought McCall, and guess who gave him the financial backing? Michael Milken, the junk bond king. All right, so hey, I'm just saying, I don't know where else you can get this at, but this is the Daily Bread radio show. Y'all be safe. Keep washing your hands. Keep your mask on. Keep your mask. I don't care where you go, man. Put that mask on. I'm telling you, as a health professional. Shout out to my daughter, Nia Thompson, on the front line, ER nurse. Keep doing your thing, baby. I'm dedicating this show. I'm dedicating to you. Episode 146. And all of the healthcare workers in the world that's trying to save lives, man. Hey, we thank you. We appreciate you. We thank God for you, man. And we hoping for you all to be safe, that you stay disease-free, and that you have a happy and prosperous life. I'll see y'all here next week on the Daily Bread Radio Show. That's what's happening. Play the music, baby. That's it, man. Who else you know got a theme show? Who else you know got a theme song, bro? That's what I'm talking about. Dang, that's deep. I like that one. Ooh, stop, my bad. Ooh, wee. Man, that's some power for them, man. That was powerful, bro. That was powerful. That was powerful, bro. Boom. Boom. He hung the phone at me, too. Hey, man, y'all be cool.